The Telegraph today did a little piece about Reform UK, thinking of it as a sort of Gilbert and Sullivan production. But it does resemble a GNS thing, grand title, small budget, and the constant danger that the principals fall out before curtain up, a sort of amateur hour. One hears the distant rustle of a prompt book frantically being rewritten backstage while the chorus mutinies at the bar. Danny Kruger, the newly self-appointed musical director of this light operatic society in the Telegraph's rewriting, has declared his intention to transform the party from its buccaneering Pirates of Penzance ethos into something closer to HMS Pinafore. But it shall be a pinafore with a cast stripped to the bone. Sir Joseph Porter's sisters and cousins and aunts must be drastically pruned. Only the most able seamen, and able in every sense, will remain. But Farage hasn't been good collecting seamen, and bureaucrats working from home are to be cut faster than Gilbert cut a joke that Sullivan found distasteful. Kruger's metaphor is charming. Reform as a ship of state, Farage as admiral, pounding the quarterdeck, calling for discipline from a crew that prefers rum and intrigue. Kruger's goal is less yo-ho-ho and more polished brass. Yet one cannot escape the sense that the scenery is made of cardboard and the sails of creased muslin. For a pirate vessel to become a warship requires more than a coat of paint and a few nautical quotations and some tokens to sell from Little Buttercup. Gilbert would have enjoyed the hubris. He might have given Kruger a song. I have a song to sing, oh, a party bold and hearty, and half the cast has sailed away to form another party. Indeed, the Cornish schism, a whole troop defecting to form the independent, non-aligned group, is pure Act 2 farce. Something from a Utopia Limited, doors slamming, wigs askew, accusations of no charisma at all, hurled like green pies. Reform rehearses unity while councillors exit stage left for creative differences. One imagines the Major General shaking his head. This is not how one commands a chorus. The Telegraph giggles indulgently as though this were all part of the fun. But it is a chronic amateurism masquerading as a national movement, and the political equivalent of an amateur tenor insisting in the wrong key that he is the very model of a modern major statesman. And yet, Gilbert understood something profound. Comedy often masks yearning. Beneath the comic opera costumes, Reform sings a melancholy air about betrayal and belonging, and the line that would wound most in the wings is whispered by critics, "Your England does not exist." That hurt pride gives the music its minor key. Gilbert's professional pride was Yeoman of the Guard, his favourite because it aspired to seriousness, real stakes, real emotion. Reform, if it wishes not to be dismissed as pantomime, must undergo a similar turn. It must decide whether it will be content with patter songs and pratfalls, or whether it will dare a tragic undertone, loyalty betrayed, promises broken, and nation misunderstood. For now, the spectacle remains half rehearsed. The company is brave but disordered. The choruses are too loud, the principals too vain, and no one has paid the scenery bill. However, it doesn't matter how British the styling. Kruger's threats to the mandarins of Whitehall carry a comic opera menace. Heads will roll, but politely and only after tea. So the act ends with a question: can this light operatic troupe become a governing party? Or, when the king appears, will Nigel Farage still be stamping his foot over the phalanx of stuffed bears in the dressing room? Oh, those are the bears that dropped out of Prince Andrew's bed. Gilbert warns us gently. Elevated ambition without technique leads only to a dropped cue and a theatre full of mirth at one's own expense. For he who would make a great premiere should know his chorus line, or else the house will laugh and jeer and heckle every line. The lights dim, the overture to Act 2 begins, and somewhere in the wings Admiral Farage rehearses a triumphant entrance, while the rest of the company quietly consults the exit.